Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a collab. Some of you may have heard of Arglin. He's a master bridge builder, and he's going to teach me some of his ways because I've been putting off learning some of these techniques for a while. Thought I'd learn it from the man himself.
So yes, hi, I'm Arglin. I'm considered an over-engineer for Polybridge 2. I enjoy taking either very simple levels and making them absolutely absurd solutions to them, or take some very, very tough hydraulic puzzle levels and solve them.
Yeah, he's got some really good videos on complicated hydraulic stuff on YouTube. Definitely check that out. And today's going to teach me some of his ways, so I'm curious to see what you have in store. Let's start with the basics, because I'm pretty sure my audience is going to be just as confused as I am.
So we're going to start off with these two type of hydraulic positions. What I'm doing here is I'm basically rotating this beam here across 90 degrees.
The steel beam? Yeah, okay.
Yes, so seems simple enough.
Yep.
So I'm going to now, this should be also very basic. We should know that anything that's attached to the same axle will move 90 degrees with it. So we are already aware that we can go 90 degrees with everything that is connected to the same axle. I'm just going to go faster than normal.
So that's 90 degrees with a point that's far away that will travel a larger distance.
Yep. And as you can see, this is also every single beam here that's connected to this is rotating 90 degrees.
Okay.
Next, we go to the parallelograms. So basically what happens is that however this moves here, you know what, why am I doing this? Hang on. Please tell me this mod works. Hell yeah. Okay.
Why is it red? Super red. Why is it green? What are you doing?
Whatever this yellow beam is moving, this green always moves with it, because because these two beams here are always going to be the same. These are the same length and these are the same angle.
Yeah.
So
okay. I'm just still mesmerized by the color steel, but
so after that, we have just we have these previous two concepts put together. And as you can see, this is we have this triangle here and we have this triangle here. I apologize for the Z fighting there.
Right.
And as you can see, both of them rotate at the same time because of the parallelogram that you have in the middle.
So the parallelogram is attached to the third part of the triangle, the top parts, I see.
Yes, correct. And again, always work with 90 degrees. Let's assume that you want to rotate as much as you want. So like there's no issue with like collapsing things. So what happens is that we have separate triangles here, and then we just connect all of them with the same length of steel. As you can see, they're all the same.
Yep.
So as you can see, this will always rotate the same way. And nothing will.
So this is just parallelograms plus.
It's three parallelograms technically.
Okay.
So essentially, all of this is that. Well, I mean, this is another demonstration of this. You can see how.
Well, this looks like linked parallelograms. So I see this.
Yeah. So this is. You can see how all the triangles here are all linked together, and as you can see, they would move. They move something like this.
Yep.
So seems fairly simple enough.
So parallelogram, then a parallelogram going up, basically.
Yes, it's just a whole bunch of linked parallelograms. That's simple enough.
Okay, cool.
And of course, I decided to take it to the extreme because why not?
Dude, you really made a damn maze here.
Jeez. Yeah, basically, I almost treat these type of things kind of like wires, almost, because they're transmitting information from down here all the way up to here.
Right.
And then in this case, it then moves this thing across.
So is there something different when it like turns a corner? Like how it seems like you built it slightly different when it's like taking a corner in versus just going straight.
But the easiest way to kind of figure out what you're doing here, let's actually just use let's use a different triangle just so it's slightly easier to see. All I'm doing here is I'm just taking a triangle, and if I just copy this across, then you can, and then just connect them with steel beams. Yeah, basically all you have to do for these type of parallelogram linkages is just to make a triangle, copy paste it, and then just connect them together with steel beams, and it will just work.
Because the outermost part of the triangle is gonna... Wait, what? Hold on, can I see it once more?
Sure thing. Sure thing. Just take your time.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. It just doesn't look like it should work. It looks like it should implode on itself.
Yeah, it should look like it kind of implodes on itself, but it doesn't. So, as you can see, this thing right here is the same thing as if I go all the way back. This thing here. well, this thing's here, sorry. I can rotate this all I want, and you can see how this point here, we want to focus on this point, and you can see how it translates all the way across to the destination and then back.
Yep.
So if we can also rotate this, and it will still work regardless, but it's just at an angle. So as you can see, this is actually how you can get vertical movement upwards.
So, okay, you have a bit of a slanted parallelogram. Are the diagonals on the parallelogram, is that just like 45-degree incline?
Yep.
All right, very cool. So it's going to travel 90 degrees, no matter the starting angle versus your hydraulic. Seems pretty neat.
So this is the first demonstration. When I send out the workshop level, you can try to test this out yourself. I want this road to go from here up to here.
Yep.
So this is going to be where we kind of begin learning about how to implement the 90 degrees. There was a specific reason why I decided to put I put X's in this. So what we're going to do is that we're going to take this beam here. We're going to take a straight line tool, connect them. But as you can see, this is a full length. So I'm going to undo that. Change the max length, so then it now splits it straight down the middle. Copy it. Let's turn off grid, because as you can see, it's not always going to be on grid.
So you're going to create a square or a rectangle?
I'm going to create a square.
Oh, okay.
Now if I rotate that 90 degrees, this now forms that square shape that I was demonstrating here.
Nice, okay.
And we know that this is going to turn counterclockwise.
So you're going to want to create something that rotates around that exact square using the parallelograms that you showed in the most recent example.
Exactly. So
cool.
In this case, which one of these four sides would rotate counterclockwise to get to the other bit? In this case, if this one rotates counterclockwise, it now meets up here.
Yep.
So if I just remove this, this is now the arm that we need to use. This is the exact position that we need.
And then
so
you just set up your parallelogram and
I'm just going to fix that into there. I'm going to just do that. And I don't know, I'm just creating an arbitrary anchor point. Create the parallelogram, and then let's give it a play. Very flimsy, but it works. You can see how.
Did it get all the way? It got pretty close, but not quite all the way.
Yeah, and to fix the issue where it doesn't connect perfectly, triangle. So you can just connect the triangles together and then just.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, and then.
Oh my God, he's a wizard. Just adding the triangle.
That's the most basic premise for.
Do you really need the top section of the parallelogram then? Like
the
top red one?
I actually don't.
Okay.
So
yeah, because I think that simplifies it further.
I can probably do this, and then it will do its thing.
Wow, it's even stronger.
That is kind of a basic demonstration of how that kind of thing works. That's how you can use 90 degrees to get literally from one point to any other point.
Very neat. So make a triangle, copy, paste along the parallelogram so you have consistent parallelograms, and they can form infinite linkage. Sweet. Now
that we kind of know the basics,
okay.
I'm now going to show you some other linkages that you can use that can come very much in handy. If you want to do something that's like a single hydraulic, for example, and you wanted something to actually rotate in the opposite direction, all you have to do is just take this. And it just rotates 90 degrees like that. Both of them rotate 90 degrees, but in opposite directions.
But it helps that the rightmost one is situated above the leftmost one. Otherwise,
I think it would work if I did this as well.
I mean, they'd still be opposite directions.
Yeah, they have to be in opposite directions, of course. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, on opposite sides, right?
Yes, opposite sides. Yeah, because if they're on the same side, then it becomes
the same, just the parallelogram.
It becomes a parallelogram. Yes. Next one. This is a little bit more complicated. The reason why I use 90-degree angles is because then you can make multiples of 90 degrees. So in this case, I can translate 90 degrees into, just focus on the wood beam here, to 180 degrees. So now you can connect anything to that one beam and it will rotate 180 degrees.
So it seems that your muscle thing, that rotates 90 degrees.
Yes, this rotates 90 degrees, just this little steel beam.
So, okay.
And then,
so what'd you do to calculate the length of the, see that split joint at the top? The steel and the wood that's attached to it. What'd you use to calculate the lengths for those?
All I know is that, well, this thing is pushing out. We know that this is the basic premise. This is the thing I showed a while back. That's 90 degrees. What I do is that this moves. I moved this over to here, so this is now double the length.
Double the length, okay. So 2 to 1 length translates into 2 to 1 angular rotation.
Yes, basically. So if I do this, then that becomes the full arm there, and I just braced it in the middle.
But part of the reason is also because the steel between that joint and the split joint is the length of the square.
Yes, which is why here this would be here, and then this would end up down here. Here's a good way to demonstrate why this actually works. So if I take, for example, let's say this is the middle, okay? Let's say this is the anchor point
of the square.
Yes.
Okay.
And we want this to, let's say we're rotating this, we now rotate to 90 degrees. So now this thing is now moved along with it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is now the same shape of a square. If I continue doing another 90 degree, it goes into this position. So it's now 180 degrees.
Yep, and all you're doing is just rotating the same thing.
Yep. So this beam here, this node here, needs to travel from here to here. So that's exactly what this thing does. If I remove this and I just place this thing here, you can see that it, actually I don't even need to do that, I can just switch right so you can see the dot. You can see that this now moves double the distance.
Right.
And it goes to there.
In a way, the thing that just moved is part of a larger square, but we only see the top portion of it.
Yes. So as a result, that creates 180 degrees.
Yeah, okay. Very cool.
You're kind of getting this, so that's good.
Do you have some examples that I can try out now?
Oh,
it seems that we've gone through like a lot. And I mean
we are not even done yet.
And I know we're not even done yet, but I feel like I'm going to forget the early stuff if we hop on to the late stuff. Now, what I probably want to do is create a triangle. We create triangles, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
And we attach, don't copy the hydraulic, please. We did something like this, and then please reach. Fuck! That is annoying.
I feel that pain. Or something like that.
Just copy this again, maybe to like here, and then do this, and then connect these points.
Yep.
And I believe this is what you did, and that should get it to its goal.
It's now dangling, so you need to make sure that you gotta make sure the arm is now fixed in place. It's like
that's right. You had fixed points. Okay.
So just create a structure that keeps it into position.
It's just this point we give a shit about, right?
Yeah,
no, it's this.
The
other
bit is also needs to stay in place. There you go. So good. So now you just attach it arbitrarily, and it should work.
I'm like, fuck. How did it work? By then I remember the triangles. I remember the triangles now, so we got it.
Heck yeah.
Let's go. So then, if we want to have it go a larger distance, we need to have some sort of 2 to 1 translation. But anything could be just done with the right angle, right?
Everything can be done with the right angle, but the reason why I taught you like the 180, 360, stuff like that, is when you have situations where it's kind of tough to like, if it was like a huge like, let's say something like this, where you want to get from point A to point B, that's not a very reasonable thing to use a gigantic
let me show the people what you're talking about. Something like this.
If you have something like this, basically something huge like this, an arm is not going to be very convenient because let's say we had like a wall here, and you wanted to have like something, you want to have something that goes from here to here.
Between those 2 points, the 2 split joints.
It's just those 2 split joints, yes.
Cool.
And as you can see, neither of the 90-degree angles are going to work.
Okay,
so
sure.
In this case, we're going to, if we wanted to get it up to there, we gotta figure out how to get this to rotate 180 degrees, because that is probably going to be the most convenient thing for us. So if we do this,
180. Okay.
So this is 3 beams. So we're just gonna change it until it becomes 4. There you go. I'm now going to just invert that, There you go. So this is our center. This is our center point. That's going to be. This is where the arm is going to start rotating.
Oh, you know what's interesting though? For long distances, could you just use muscles to get 90-degree angles? Because muscles will stretch longer.
Yes, but the problem about this is that when you try to do 90-degree angles in this case, it hits the wall.
Right.
So
okay.
We gotta kind of work around with that.
Yeah.
We'll have this as our engine, basically. If you remember from the demonstration, which there was a whole lot of stuff they had to remember, and I just threw it all at you.
Yeah, I'm happy I remembered at least the triangle stuff.
That was good.
I'm sure the rest will come back eventually.
That's probably the most important thing that you have to learn out of all of it. You can see here that we have this thing. It becomes double the length, and then after that, we're going to place the beam that is 1 meter across, 2 meters across, sorry. And then we're going to place the beam that's going to rotate 180 degrees here. We're now going to just anchor that into place, and let's see if this even rotates.
Looks like it should. Yep. Perfect.
So now we just need to get this arm to rotate 180 degrees with it. So in this case, we're going to let's create the triangle. In this case, this is kind of one of those cases where offsetting, like changing the tweaking the position of the parallelogram isn't going to really help us.
Okay.
Because we're going to encounter that weird flexing issue sooner or later. So we have the same triangles here. I'm going to now, by the way, this can be like just a fixed position. This can be just whatever it's connected to, as long as it's fixed into place.
Yep.
You can then take, we're now going to just create the triangles here.
So just more parallelograms, exactly what I just did.
Yep, so I'm just going to ignore that for now. As you can see, these triangles now rotate
180 degrees.
Now all we gotta do is just take this just take this muscle arm here that is being highlighted in green. We're going to just let's do that, and then let's assume that that's not gonna be there. If we try to rotate this, it collides with the wall. Unsurprising.
Gotta split joint it.
Yep, if we just split joint it, it's just gonna face to the ground.
Truly magic.
Assuming that I split joint everything. Ding.
Nice. Okay, I actually see all the working parts now. Like before, this would have looked super confusing, but now it's like broken down and stuff, and I can understand.
So yeah, that is how you get 180 degrees now.
Let's see if I can do a 180 thing myself, just to make sure I've got it down.
Go for it.
All right, so basically I want to take the midpoint of these again. Let's maybe turn off the grid for this, draw a line. I don't want to do it with roads. I would not recommend.
Unless it's a road-only solution, then just like, I don't know what you're doing.
Over-engineered road bridge. It sounds like a good idea. And you know what? I think I'm just going to make the rotation point a static joint. Just for simple. Oh.
Yeah, this is the thing. It's not always going to be on grid.
Yeah, so okay, so I guess I'm going to do these.
Just take 2 anchor points and just make it square. Just make like a triangle thingy.
Right. All right, so then we want to make this crazy thing. Let me just kind of detach this. So we took this. Actually, I think we want grid off. Took this, made 2 of them, and then you kind of did some sort of, I guess it's just a muscle to brace it.
Yeah, it's just a muscle to brace it. It just looks like a little bit of a weird wonky muscle.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then you completed the square. We got our, I'm gonna line this up here. Good. Do a little triangle. So this is our important triangle. These 3.
Yeah. Make sure that's anchored. The one that is connected.
Like you mean like this?
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Yep. So here's our triangle. Let's copy paste it around. Let's. I assume it doesn't even all have to be in a straight line. It can just kind of go wherever the hell I please.
Yeah, you can just place it wherever you want.
Yeah. Let's set it up in maybe an easy to look at way, like this.
Yeah, that's a very good way of showing it.
All right. And then each of these have to be anchored.
Yep, each of them has to stay sturdy.
So this spot, I would hope that this is enough to anchor, but I think I'll just add another. I will not have this in game, unfortunately. I won't.
We'll add trusses later. We'll learn about trusses later and stuff like that.
This I think needs to attach to this, right? So I can actually rotate it with it.
I'm hoping that it's not too thin of a triangle to.
Yo, look at that!
Wait, go back to build mode, just so you can split joint that anchor there.
Oh, so we can see it.
Just so we can see it. Yep. Let's get that clicked. And
oh my god, you're a genius! You're a genius. This actually looks really good and extremely simple now. Yeah, very cool. And it all is just kind of, the only reason it works is just because, I mean, there's a lot of unnecessary stuff here, but this is the core of it right here.
That is the very core of it, yeah.
This is all you need to know.
That is the engine, basically, that's powering all of this.
That is super cool. And some of these are just stabilizers. Like, you can even get rid of a couple of these pieces. This is all you need. So, as long as I remember this, I can do a 180. Yeah, unironically simple. Broke it down like this. This is awesome. I think we're ready for the next part of this.
So, this is kind of similar to the inverter thingy that I showed you here, with the steel beam and then these things.
Because you're reversing the direction of rotation.
Yes. Notice how I've anchored these two sections here and they're just split off. This is just a demonstration that this is the connection between these like thingies here, but right in the center.
Right, you're just picking the center.
If I play this, notice how that moves straight across.
That is pretty nuts. I do see why, because it's always going to be the midpoint. And as long as the length of the two circles, I guess I'll just call them, is identical.
They're kind of like arcs.
The midpoint will always be the same. Yeah, the arcs. Thank you.
Yep.
Very cool.
So yeah, this is how you get linear movement.
Wow. Yeah, I've definitely struggled with linear movement. I've always had arced movement. So both arcs need to be the same length, and they have to be on opposite sides of the movement.
Correct. So they kind of cancel each other's arc movement.
Nice, and here is everything we learned. The sum of all of humanity's knowledge is in this Polybridge campaign. I feel like there's exactly one thing that I have to do then. I need to take myself over to level 1-6 and try this out. Let me try to maybe do something fun. The only thing is I'm not sure what I want my bridge to do.
Let's make a staircase.
A staircase, huh? So what you do is you like separate the roads. I think I'm gonna have there be 4 sections.
Let's do just the left side first. Let's do the left half first, and then we can just copy over.
So actually, now that I think about it, for a staircase, we don't need to detach the roads. We can literally have them stay attached.
Unless you want them to just skip, they have like a gap in between. They just
no. Actually, what I'm thinking about is just doing a giant staircase.
Zigzag?
Yeah, zigzag that ends up looking something like this in the end.
Oh, that's cool.
However many. You haven't done it before? Well,
I mean, I've done it not like one-sided.
Yeah, just the stairway to heaven, and then
I want to see how this looks like one-sided. The only thing is that I'm just hoping it doesn't collapse in on itself because it's so heavy.
Right. So let's do a little parallelogram. We don't need the triangles if we just have a good parallelogram, right?
Do you want to rotate the first beam, or do you want to rotate the beams after? Or are you making just like a two wide each?
I just want this to be vertical. Whatever I did is exactly what I was trying to do.
I don't think we need the bottom section then.
For real? Oh, yeah, we don't.
Wait.
Well, shit. So whatever this is, just needs to be done basically here, and then this is a parallelogram, and well, yeah.
Yeah, exactly like that. Well, hang on, actually.
So now we have a little problem. I want to have something a little bit different. What if it's then, so the parallelogram's here. That's parallel, right? This is parallel. I can't
you can just use copy paste to check, of course.
That's parallel.
Yep.
And then this will actually be vertical. Yes. And now we have our parallelogram here, so that's another step down. So, oh god. Let me see if I can follow this. Let's see if I can use this design for the next road, or the idea for the next road. So this is going to be flat, flat. I think this is right. Let's see.
Maybe just add a steel muscle around that area.
So you want to do something like this to reinforce it?
Yes, but I have no clue if that's gonna work.
Hey, it did.
Oh, it did? Nice.
For the first road, it's just we had another problem.
Oh yeah, we had the next one. Okay.
Okay, so I definitely had the motion right. We're just experiencing issues where it's getting too heavy.
What is that? That parallelogram is really not liking it.
Okay, I'm glad I had the idea down this time.
Yes, you have the idea down.
Muscled roads, dear God. We're gonna keep doing it. It's going to balance. I'm just gonna find ways to keep making it support. So this is what the final thing would look like if it didn't break.
Assuming that it did not break, yeah. I wonder how that. I really want to see if.
Let me just like make all these steel to see if it, forms.
Yeah, just like decrease the amount of weight, hopefully. Oh, yeah, it does work. It does work.
Yeah, no, I've got the kinetic motion right. It's just roads suck.
Roads are heavy.
Yeah, I think this is just a no-go for me. I don't think I'll be able to get it just because, at least not with this design. Let's do something a little bit more simple, why don't we? Just a little simple 2 hydraulic design, just so I can say I've done it.
Hey, yeah.
And maybe for a thumbnail, who knows? Oh, what the hell did I do wrong?
Use a reinforced road.
I hate reinforced roads.
What can you do sometimes?
I really hate reinforced roads. Super hate them.
Literally, the only reason why I use reinforced roads is just for emphasis.
Nice!
Nice!
A simple staircase.
Actually, do we need the center bit? Like the
Probably
center
not.
two. Yeah, let's remove the parallelograms. There we go. Let's wait. wait. Does that mean that we no longer need the reinforced?
I was thinking the same thing.
Let's hope so. And yay! Let's go.
Love it.
Nice.
It's an actual bridge too. I think we can drive across it at the end of it.
And it's not a complete wonky mess.
Yeah. I wonder how much you can shave the staircase kinetic design. That's my kind of language. Hold on, I'll get with you in a couple seconds. Let's see if this holds. Nice.
Can the muscles that are holding up the hydraulics need to be muscles anymore?
Nope, definitely not. There's no way. There's not a chance. 36,000.
36,000. Can we get this under budget?
That's the goal. Please don't break.
Oh my god.
Alright, we'll fix that later. Let's do some
wooden muscles.
Yeah. I was thinking about possibly doing something else, but I think wood muscles are just the move down here.
Are we able to do wood muscles in replacement with the steel with the hydraulic connections?
Yeah, that's weight, which is something you gotta worry about. That's why I just did the bottom. What I might do...
but how about the hydraulics themselves? Like, that long steel beam can be wood, maybe?
Well, yeah, okay, maybe a muscle. It could not be a wood that's connected to the other joint.
Yeah, that doesn't hold up, but does regular hold up? Yes!
I'm gonna run this one because it's a good budget shave.
Oh.
Really good budget shave. Well, I think we'll cave.
If somebody wants to send out a under-budget solution for a staircase, go for it.
I'm not saying we can't do it. I think it's possible. We just need to do a lot more tweaking.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like the left side is just so much less bad than the right side. Okay. It's all come together now.
Just gonna put a lot of strain on it, but you know what? Worth it.
Alright, 31,000.
31,000?
Yeah, it's not bad, right?
We're getting there. Does that mean that half a bridge has to be like 12,500?
Well, yeah, it does.
Jesus. Oh, good lord, this is really shaving low then.
Oh. This could be huge.
Oh. Oh, wow.
28K.
28K. Holy crap. Jesus, that's one way to shave. Is that a reinforced road or?
Regular road.
That's just, wow, okay.
Might work on this side too. 26,000. Maybe.
Dang.
Well, in my dreams. That was close though. That was pretty close. 27,000. It's happening today. We are $2,000 away from this. It is going to happen for sure. I think I lowered these then.
Nope.
It worked on one side. What if I really wish I could kill the steel, but the steel it needs to stay one material. If I had long wood, it would be so perfect here. What if just this is shorter?
Oh,
wait, so
great.
I can make this shorter now.
Oh, that's
I can make this even shorter. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. Hold on.
Let's see. Just give me for just one moment. Looks nice, looks nice.
It's not a this is not a perfect staircase.
It's close enough. As long as it's roughly a staircase, I think it's good enough.
Still not under a budget, but you know, it's closer. It's in the right direction.
You're getting very close, yeah.
Actually, this might be the one that breaks because I make it 49%, but you know what? This is 124 over if it works.
Come on.
That's right.
It is.
Love it. Let's make it 49%, then watch.
One side has to be 49 and the other 150.
Right. It seems I can only make the right side 49.
Yeah, it's weird,
Yeah.
but...
Still a lot of steel, which breaks my heart. Excuse me, bitch. Let's try add a muscle here. Okay. Clearly, wood muscles are better than steel. Hey, there we go. 24,000.
Look at that.
There, people who are struggling to beat this level. Now we have a simple and easy design to replicate to beat it. Yeah, there you go. Under budget, unbreaking, 93.9% stress. This is fun. Honestly, I'd be down to try to do some more collabs like this in the future. I think it's going to be a good time.